Hi everyone, it's Chris at Cork and Crown. Going to try some more cider for you. I'm going to try this cider today, the Ganymede from Butford Organics, made by Martin Harris in Herefordshire. This is a 2014 vintage, so pretty old. I think we had a 2013 in the last film I did, in 2014, the one before that, but they were classified as vintage. There's nothing really on here to tell you except a very small code, and unless you say to Martin, what does this code mean, I wouldn't have known it was a 2014. So this is a pretty aged cider. It's made from two varietals, Brown Snout and Pethier, which I've never heard of. Sounds like it's a Welsh varietal, but Herefordshire borders Wales, so there's a lot of crossover between the two. It's licensed organic. Organics, it's nice to see things with an organic label on. For me, it's not the be all and end all. A lot of small producers don't want to go through the rigmarole of paying the Soil Association, to come and assess them on a yearly basis and blah blah blah. The small businesses, it can add a lot of money onto your costs, and some people think, well, I know I make a good product and I sell it all anyway, so it's not a necessary expense for me. Some people feel it's nice to have it on there. That's fine. For me personally, the way I've always dealt with producers is directly, be that with cheese or beer and now with cider. I've always got the producers that I've liked, and funny thing is, when you go to producers that you like and they sell things that you like, more often than not they're doing sustainable practices, because that's the way you get the best basic ingredients, be it apple juice for cider, be it sort of milk for cheese making, etc. So yeah, it's a bit like AOCs, Appellation d'origine contrôlée, or PDOs that you'll see, symbols like Roquefort has it, Champagne has it, Parmigiano Reggiano has it. Those are all very well, but within those PDOs or AOCs, there's lots of producers, and some are better than others. So just relying on that badge is not always enough. Some are great, some are not always so great. To be honest. Anyway, fortunately for us, Martin Harris is a great cider maker, and he's also fully organic. All his own apples, got the small holding in the late 90s, and they specialise in perry, apple juice and cider. So let's open this up with a nice cork and wire cap on this. Got a few of these lately. This one shouldn't blow up in my face. In fact, these are not too carbonated, not like some of the ones we've had, so sometimes it can be a bit of a struggle getting the cork out. Let's see how long it takes me. Oh no, that's pretty good. Pop. Bottle conditioned. I think it goes in the bottle dry and he tops it up with a bit of sugar and yeast, and then it re-ferments in bottle. That's how he does it. Racks off a lot, I believe, to stop the fermentation going crazy. So when you rack off, it's where you let it, the cider sit, and all the yeast and so forth sinks to the bottom. You take the juice off the top, and then it happens again with less, and you take the juice off the top, and you do that several times. It can have the same effect as keeving, whereby you don't have the nutrients or the yeast to ferment the product anymore, so it will just stop fermenting, so you can have residual sugar that way. Tend to have a different flavour profile to keeved ciders, but different process to achieve kind of the same result. Let's pour it out. Yeah, so straight away it's not as foamy, frothy, moussey as the ciders that we tried, the champagne method, traditional method ciders that we tried. But it's still nice head on that, and it's retaining it. Unfiltered, so cloudy. Let's pick up my trusty swirling mat, hold behind the glass there so you can get a decent view of that. So you can see it's what? Nice gold with a hint of amber, I would say. Totally, I can't really see anything through that. So, hazy for sure. Lightish carbonation. The bubbles should be quite fine. I think we've had some with force carbonated. We'd actually force the carbonation under pressure. That's how you would, like a soda stream. If you use a soda stream, that's how most fizzy drinks get their fizz. This is a natural sparkle that happens in the bottle. Usually gives you a finer bubble. Oh, nice nose. Yeah, I get sick of saying it smells like apple. And pretty much cider always smells like apple, but there's different sorts of apple. There's green apple, there's old apple, there's fresh apple. There's all sorts of different. But actually, this smells a little bit So obviously got that aged, beautiful apple smell. So it's going to be wild yeast. Quite clean though for wild yeast. Just aged in steel and plastic though. I don't think he uses wood at all. Getting a little bit of that an orangey thing again. I'm getting quite a lot of oranginess on it. On a lot of things I'm trying lately, like candied orange or something. Nice nose, rich. Smells great, mouth-watering. Smells like quite a rich side of this. Okay, so the bubbles are quite fine. It's dry. Got tannin. Feeling it more as astringency. Squeaky mouth. Decent acidity. So acidity is more like a green apple lemon acidity, I would say. There's going to be lactic acid there as well, but it's like if you had quite a sharp yogurt. You know, some yogurts are more acid than others. I'd say this is like on the more mouth-watering end of the yogurt scale, if you like. So it feels a bit more like malic, but I don't think it is. It's not quite as harsh as the green apple malic mouth puckering thing. But there's certainly a lemoniness to it as well, to that acidity. So it's citric. The tannins give it good structure. It's not super fizzy. Really making my mouth water actually. So the apple is obvious, but it is like a fresh apple, not something that's been sat, nothing aged, like a very like straight off the tree, cut into it, bite it. Not as harsh as like a Granny Smith, but getting to that sort of end, so that malic thing is there. Totally clean. So yeah, no funkiness, no oxidization, nothing coming through from like you could get from all microbes and so forth. It's interesting because you're smelling it. It's smelling like it's going to be quite rich, and then you drink it, and it's quite mouth-watering and pure, like a laser beam of pure, fresh apple. I like the cider. If you like dry ciders, this is good. The acidity is more than you would ever find in like a commercial cider for sure. It doesn't sell it for very much. I mean, for what it is. I mean, basically this is a natural wine. There's nothing in there except the apple juice, wild yeast, which aren't added. He'll dose with a bit of sugar, but I think he just used like organic brown sugar to dose it because of the racking. Yeah, that's how he does it basically. So yeah, in terms of non-interventionist and yeah, it's like a natural wine effectively. This is a natural wine. It's not as crazy as some natural wines can be, so not as out there, but for what you pay for what you get, it's a really nice drink. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Martin Harris. Sell quite a lot of this. If you like dry cider. I didn't used to like dry cider much at all because I've got a sweet tooth, but I'm getting into it more. And the more I do, the more I enjoy things like this. If you're going to pair it with something, if you're going to pair it with like something, I'm going to go cheese again because that's my kind of neck of the woods. I wouldn't go blue, nothing too salty. Something quite fresh. You could even go with the goat cheese, you know, something fresh, lactic. That would work quite well, I think. Actually, things like cheddar tend to work quite well because they've got quite a big acid. They've got quite an acid character, which matches the acid in this. But I think it's like almost a sweeter, richer cheddar. Because obviously acidity would be good. Anyway, yeah, cool. Well, that was a Ganymede from Martin Harris in Herefordshire. I hope you found that interesting. I hope you can get hold of some, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, cheers.